Hey, what's up? It's John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I was just getting out of the gym here, and I'm doing my somewhat regular just got out of the gym, had some thoughts video. And so in this video I wanted to talk about something I've been thinking about, which is kind of funny. Again, I keep on alluding to this seminar that I went to, this Tony Robbin seminar, and I'm going to talk about it, but not now. You'll just have to stay tuned or subscribe to the channel if you want to hear about this. But I'm not ready quite yet to talk about it. I've got to process some things and get the right message across here. So, but as I was thinking about this, well, let me tell you a funny story. So at the seminar, right, they give you this coupon on the first day, like a scratch card. And on the scratch card, it says you can win up to 30% off of one of Tony's products at the product place that they're selling at the event, but it's only good for that day, right? So of course I got my scratch card, when I registered for the event, and I scratch it off, and I mean, I know, right? I know before I scratch it off, I'm gonna win 30%, right? Because I'm pretty sure most of the cards are 30%. And anyway, so I scratch the thing off. Of course, yeah, it's 30%. And so I go up to the booth, and I'm looking at the products there, and I'm not really planning on purchasing anything. And I'll tell you why in a minute, why I'm not planning on purchasing anything at that point. But as I was looking at the things, I wasn't sure. I hadn't done the seminar yet, so I wasn't sure whether I would, think these were good products or not. After doing the seminar, I'll tell you, Tony Robbins is the real deal, and I was totally convinced, like, his stuff is well worth buying. But that's besides the point. So the thing is, though, I caught myself in my head, like, they had a special on, right? And I think, like, one of the specials was you could get pick any of four of the products that he had. These are basically courses, like seminar type of audio courses, but you could pick any of them for, I think it was something like $500, right? And then you'd get the 30% off. And so anyway, I was doing calculations in my head. I was like, should I buy this? Should I get these because it's a deal? And it's kind of a funny thing, right? Because this is what I started to realize. It was like, and we all do this to some degree, but just think about how silly this is, right? It's silly to kind of be wondering if you should buy something, right? I mean, when you're buying, okay, let me put it a little bit in context here, right? Okay, suppose you're going to spend like $200 or $300 on some kind of self-improvement course, right? A lot of those, right? I sell some of those, right? So the thing is, like, you're expecting this to change your life in a drastic way, right? Right? Like let's say that, I mean, one of his courses on relationships and marriage, right? So if you're buying this course, you're expecting a result, right? You're expecting to have a breakthrough, a change in your relationship for the good, right? If you're buying a course on that's going to teach you something financially, right? You're expecting to make a significant amount of money, right? You're not just like going to waste your money and your time buying a course, going through it, and expecting to get nothing out of it, right? If you're buying a course on fitness, right? You're expecting to change your body, to change your health, right? So the funny thing is, right? Why the hell do you care if you get $100 off? I mean, what price are you going to pay for that, right? So, I mean, when you think about this, right? This is what was going through my head. I was like, John, seriously, you're looking at a course. Now, whether you believe the course is going to work or not, that's a different story. But if you believe this works, right, are you really going to debate whether or not you're going to, okay, I wasn't going to change my life. I wasn't going to fix my marriage. I wasn't going to get in shape. I wasn't going to take my business to the next level. But since it's $100 off, oh, now I'm going to do it. Yeah, right? So you're putting a price on, like, on your life, on the value of your life at like $100 or $200. What price would you pay? So, basically what I ended up thinking was, I was like, okay, I'm not necessarily going to buy this at 30% off because I don't care, and I don't even care about getting 4 for some special deal they're having there, because if I want one of these courses, I'll pay whatever it costs. I'll pay $500 each course. I'll pay $1,000 each course, because it doesn't matter, because the result that I'm expecting to get is so much greater. I can't put a value on that result that's like a few $100s, right? So you see what I'm saying? So anyway, this is something like just to think about a little bit. It really got me thinking, because this is an extreme example, right? You're talking about life-changing courses and worrying about like whether you're saving 10% or 30% or whatever it is, right? Maybe a couple $100 at the most. But we do this in our life in a lot of different areas, right? So if you just think about it, right, how many times are you kind of, it's the penny wise and pound foolish type of mindset, right? And you can recognize this a lot of areas in your life where are you investing, right? Are you investing in your education? I mean, here's a good example, right? A book is on sale, so you buy it. But you wanted this book, you're waiting for it to go on sale. Really? So you could save like $5 or $10? Come on, right? Like, buy the book and just like get the value out of it, right? If it's not valuable, don't buy it, right? But we do this with so many things, right? Here we do it to the negative, right? So how many of you how many of you have bought some junk food, right? Some crap that you shouldn't eat, but because it's 2 for 1 or it's on sale, you bought it? How stupid is that, right? I did. I'm stupid. I did it, right? I mean, but we all do this. But anyway, it's just something to think about. It's like when you sort of bargain hunt or you look for the deals, right? And I did another video, we'll put a link here, called the $5 rule, which is similar. Anyway, but I talk about this a little bit. But essentially, like, what I want you to think about, something to think about for today, is where am I being cheap with myself, right? Where am I being cheap with myself? Where am I basically putting a lower dollar value on things that are really, really important to me, right? Because, if you live that way, then what ends up happening is intrinsically you are within yourself defining some of the things that you value as a low value, right? If I said that my happiness or whatever was only worth $100 because I'm only going to buy this thing that's going to improve it if it's $100 off, that embeds a value in me, right? Can you see how that makes sense, right? If you buy a candy bar because it's 50 cents off or it's half off, you're getting a big discount, then what you're saying is that your health is worth 50 cents or $1, whatever it is, saving that money. You see what I'm saying? Like, your commitment is worth that. You place those values on you by what you do. So if you want to change sometimes your values, what you could do is you can change your action in the way that you think about things. And if you hold yourself to the higher standard of saying that, no, I'm going to place value where there is value. Now, I'm one for being for being a good steward of what we have, of money. Like, don't blow and waste money, of course not. But at the same time, don't be penny wise and pound foolish. If you're penny wise and pound foolish, you're going to live your life with the wrong values, and you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities, and you're going to be motivated by the wrong things. It's not about saving money. It's about the value that you can create. And this mindset is so important, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur. I'll tell you that the entrepreneur mindset is not about saving money. It's all about creating more value. It's all about creating more wealth in order to overcome that. You can save, and saving is important, but the primary thing you need to do is create value, not hold on to it. If you have a mindset of holding on to things, of not losing them, instead of creating them and having abundance, then you're going to be nervous and scared all the time. You're going to be stressed out all the time. You're going to be afraid of loss. You're going to be risk adverse. You're going to be all these things that are not good, that you don't want to be, and you're not going to take the risks that you need to take. You're not going to do the things that you need to do. You're not going to put the values on yourself that you need to have. And if you can't put those values on yourself, if your life isn't worth $100, if the improvement of your marriage, the improvement of your health, the improvement of your mind, of your career isn't worth X amount of dollars, if you can place a small dollar value on that, you're going to place a very small value on others as well. And that's just how it is. Because if you can't value yourself and your own growth and your own improvement, how are you going to value others? It's going to be less than what you value yourself. You can never love someone more than you love yourself. It's true. You cannot do it, because if you don't place a value on yourself high enough, then you don't have to give. So anyway, I would just have you think about that today. I know this video has gone a couple of different directions here, but that's really what I'm feeling today to tell you as I get out of the gym, and I hope this is valuable. Let me know what you think about this, and actually, it'd be kind of fun for this one. So leave a comment below and tell me one of the stupidest, that when you were penny wise and pound foolish, right? When you bought something or didn't buy something because of a small dollar amount, and it was ridiculous when you think about the value that the thing would provide you, or what it was worth. Tell me about something like that. That would be kind of interesting. I'd like to hear your stories. So leave a comment below and do that. And like I said, if you want to hear about the Tony Robbin seminar when I do dissect it, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm just not ready yet. I'm gonna do it. But subscribe to the channel. All right, take care.